Next thing, zombie debt. Now, I think I've talked about this before on the show, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to address it again. Zombie debt is that debt which kind of like, oh, is still out there after many, many years. And it resurfaces all the time. It may be an old medical bill. It could be an old credit card bill or an old, I hate to use it, Home Depot bill that you didn't pay, you forgot about, somebody moved in college. Everybody lived in an apartment in college. Somebody didn't pay the rent, you didn't pay, they took your security deposit, whatever it was, is a debt out there. The statute of limitations in Florida is 5 years to collect the debt on a contractual breach, which means I always like to say the 5-year and 30-day rule. If I didn't pay the bill that was due on December 1st, that come January 1st, I had 5 years on, 5 years and 30 days. The statute of limitations is an affirmative defense. So if that creditor didn't sue me in that time, once it gets beyond the 5-year and 30-day rule, in my opinion, you can't sue on it anymore. Well, that's great. But that doesn't mean that a debt collector cannot try to collect this debt. So that's a very important distinction. The debt can still be out there somewhere. They just can't use the court system. When I say they, I mean the debt collectors. They can't use the court system to sue you for that debt. So what happens? Well, this debt gets sold to one party. Then it gets sold to another party. Oh, it's beyond the statute of limitations. Maybe I'll call this person and see if I can get him to pay me some money. Now they tell me, get lost. Then I'll pay him. So it goes to another person. It could be, I've heard of people saying this debt was like 18 to 20 years old, and somebody out there bought it and tried to collect it. Okay, 18-year-old debt, you'd have to pay me to take it to try to collect on this debt. Now, granted, if I pay $1 for $1,000 worth of debt, it's worth it. If I get you to pay $5, I've made 500 times my investment. Not a bad deal. So that's why it's done. Debt collection is huge business, folks. Zombie debt is something that's going to keep resurfacing over and over and over.